did to my knee. Feels like I twisted it. Not sure how. Never really an easy thing to do when you raise your animals. You try your best not to get attached. This was our first goat born on our farm. I never butchered a goat. But I can't see it being much different. Than butchering a deer, so I will do it the same way as I do a deer. So what I'm doing here now is we're just on the back leg. I'm just going to skin it enough so that I can cut his foot off. The only thing you got to be careful about is this tendon back here. You don't cut that because that's where he'll be hanging from. Oh man, I don't know what I did to my knee. Well, that's the thing about getting older. You don't have to do anything to hurt yourself. It's just you look at something the wrong way and something hurts. Hey, that's what you want to do. Just peel this back far enough. And this is where you're going to hang it. And now I'm going to get a saw. It's going to cut the bone off here. I guess I didn't pull it. Alright, now just skin this here. I'll cut a V out. This guy was castrated, so and then we will get his guts out before I skin him all the way. But because this is YouTube, I probably won't show too much of this. But yeah, so yeah, you cut like this, and you cut down here. His penis runs along the inside of his skin here, so you gotta loosen that all off. That pulls up, and then it comes back here where his anus is. It comes around, and you gotta pull it all through there. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So this is his penis. It's pretty long, eh? I cut it out already. It just lays in here, so you just have to cut it out. And it goes through here. You can feel exactly where it goes. Comes back here, and it's gonna, his anus is right there, so it comes along here, and it goes through the hip or H-bone or whatever you call it, through here. So you gotta loosen this all up. You got right in here. If you stay close to the, right beside the meat, you're not gonna cut it. Alright, I cut around his butthole, and I used a zip tie to close it off. That way we won't have any marbles coming out. Okay, now what we cut through the gut lining, you want to do it way up here. You know you're through when you get to all this stuff. What I do is I put my, this is for any animal, I put my hand in here, I take my knife, I put it between my fingers, make sure the tip stays in between. That way you're not gonna cut through the guts. If you stay beside the breastbone, you can normally just cut through that cartilage. Just like that. See, it cuts pretty easy. So now I'm gonna cut the feet off and cut the throat out of the neck. And the inside is all, guts are out. And I'll just leave them like this for a day or two. I'm gonna let it hang for a little while. It's a young, he was 10, 11 months old. He was almost a year. But yeah, we'll let him hang in our cold storage. I'll try to rub some of this hair off of him. And looks like he was fed good. Alright, that's what it looks like when we're all done gutting and skidding. We got Man, there is a lot of fat on this little guy. This would be what you would consider the leaf lard on. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how much meat that'll give. Okay, it is I guess 48 hours later, 2 days from when I slaughtered this goat. We brought it inside in our house, and we got it on our little butcher table here. And yeah, well, I'm gonna cut it up into the pieces that we want. I probably won't show a whole lot of that. I'm no professional butcher. We butcher our own chickens and our animals that we hunt, and our pigs and stuff like that. So we just do what we like. I don't know all the different cuts, so I got my tools here that I use. A couple different knives, cutting board, meat saw, some sharpening tools, and some meat totes, and my apron. So yeah, I'll start breaking this thing down. Here we have the two little tenderloins. Kind of a big package for such little meat. These are the back straps. So I don't know. When we do deer, I did this the same way. I slice them into 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch thick. These are pretty small, but with the deer, sometimes I butterfly them, and we call them butterfly steaks, or just steaks. These are so small, these will just be like fry pieces. In a pork, this would be pork chops. Boneless pork chops. Yeah, that's it, eh? That's the tenderloins and the back strap. And yeah, yesterday I did a neck roast and 2 roasts from the back legs, the sirloin tip roast, and the rest of it, the front shoulders, all the other little pieces. I guess the rest of the back leg, I'm gonna grind that all up and mix it with pork, and we're gonna make sausage out of it. I got a pork roast out of the freezer here. It was for, this one was for pulled pork, so it's got quite a bit of marbling in there actually. So we'll mix that with the goat. Maybe a 50-50 mix. So now I'm gonna go through all the pieces and cut the grizzle and fat out. We won't bore you with that. All right, now we got our grinding meat all cut up and cut a lot of grizzle and fat out of there. We're probably a little more pickier than a lot of people are about grizzle. So yeah, I got this little grinder set up, KitchenAid. We normally use our big grinder, but this isn't a whole lot of meat, so. Oh, I need the plunger. Okay, we got a bowl full. Well, pretty much. So pretty lean. Looks pretty good. So yeah, now I just have to wait for that pork roast to thaw all the way, and then I'll grind that up and mix it all together and make some sausage. But that looks like that'll probably be the next day because that roast is pretty solid yet. I will get out the weigh scale and I want to weigh the meat and see what we got off of this one little goat. All right, I got the weigh scale out, and this is all the meat that came from that little goat. I'm going to turn the scale on. And I'm gonna put this tub on here. And we are gonna zero that out. And then I'm gonna dump this 8 pounds, 8 ounces of ground meat. Okay, so we'll set that aside. I guess I'll have to zero that out again. All right, this is the neck roast. That's 3 pounds and 1 ounce. And these are the sirloin tip roasts, 2 of those. So all three together is 6.12 ounces. Tenderloins. And these are the backstrap steaks is what I call them. 9 pounds, 10 ounces. 17 pounds and 9 ounces. That's it. That's not a whole lot of meat. And this here is the tallow or leaf lard, I guess, that I kept from around the kidneys. And that brings it up to 11 pounds. So yeah, it's not a whole lot of meat, but I never weighed the goat before I butchered, but just guessing from the other goats, we've weighed them and the adults that we have, and they're around 80 pounds. And this one was a fair bit smaller, so it probably isn't too bad. He's probably about 50 pounds, somewhere around there. So yeah, we're gonna put this meat into that can go in the freezer, and I'll put this ground meat into the fridge. And tomorrow I will grind up, or maybe late this evening I'll grind up that pork, and we'll make some sausage. I was just thinking, 17 pounds, 9 ounces. When we butcher our pigs, one ham is more meat than that. Ham is usually 20, 24 pounds. Oh well. Okay, it's the next day, and getting ready to make some sausage. Got the meat all ground up and mixed with the pork. It's about a 60-40 mix, I think. And I got this isn't all gonna fit on here. And I got my favorite helper with me.
Yep.
But yeah, never used this to make sausage, so it's the first time trying it with the KitchenAid. The KitchenAid sits up so high, so I thought it would be nice to put it on a lower table.
This way I don't need a step ladder to climb up to feed it with the meat.
Yep. Yeah, this is not gonna fit all on here. I'm gonna need a knife. Usually with our other grinder we can fit this whole thing on there. I'm using hog casings. I also do have we do have a sausage stuffer, but we had this thing dirty already, so why make another piece of equipment dirty?
And we're not doing that much here, so.
Yeah, there's only 10 pounds. So.
You ready?
Yeah, put it on 3 maybe. I guess turn it up a bit if you can. Unless you may not be able to keep up with it.
I think I should be able to.
We did try the couple little goat steaks for supper, and we like it.
Yeah, it was very good.
We think it tastes pretty much the same as deer, so except it's a little fatty, it's greasier, where deer is really dry. Right? Or
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, it was. Reduce your side.
good. And that's all there is to it. Now, yeah, all that's left is
Clean up. And smoking.
yeah, clean up and smoking the sausage. So that'll be the end of this video, and we'll catch you on the next one, and thanks for watching.